for the fans. The glory for the pinstripes.
We are diving deep into the hot stove season, that critical period where championships are often decided behind the scenes, far from the diamond. As a fan who lives and breathes the air of the Bronx, I know the anticipation for this offseason is immense. We have been hearing a lot about familiar names like Cody Bellinger and Kyle Tucker to bolster our outfield, moves that would make total sense given the current roster configuration. However, a conversation has emerged that completely changes the level of expectations and makes us dream of the return of that typical evil empire aggressiveness. I am talking about the possibility raised by none other than Michael Kay, the official voice of our broadcast, of the New York Yankees going after Fernando Tatis Jr., the superstar of the San Diego Padres. Did not throw this information into the wind without purpose. He analyzed the scenario with the coldness of someone who knows the hallways of Yankee Stadium. He highlighted that Tatis is only 26 years old, turning 27 right at the beginning of January, which places him exactly in the physical and technical prime we seek for a dynasty. The logic behind this suggestion is fascinating and deserves our full attention. Kay argued that Tatis' ceiling of potential is significantly higher than Bellinger's. We are talking about a generational talent. His contract is undoubtedly massive, a 14-year agreement totaling $340 million, signed at the end of 2020. At that time, the figure seemed astronomical, shocking many analysts and fans. But if we look at the current market, where salaries have inflated drastically, this amount no longer seems so absurd for a player of this caliber. Michael Kay suggested that Brian Cashman should pick up the phone and call A.J. Preller, the Padres' general manager, and ask directly, what do you need? What do you want? We possess a robust minor league system full of talents that could interest a team seeking restructuring or depth. It is true that Tatis possesses a no-trade clause valid through the year 2028, but Kay believes, and I fully agree with this reading, that Tatis' theatrical and media-friendly profile would fit perfectly on the illuminated stage of New York. He is a player who feeds off the crowd's energy, and there is no bigger stage than the Bronx for someone with his personality to shine brightly. The idea of seeing him in the sacred pinstripes is something that stirs the imagination of any fan who wishes to see this team dominate the league again. Let's now dissect what this acquisition would mean in terms of pure performance and tactical fit within the lines. Fernando Tatis Jr. ended the 2025 season with solid numbers, registering a slash line of a 268 batting average, a 368 on-base percentage, and a 446 slugging percentage. He hit 25 home runs and drove in 71 runs, but where he really stands out, and where my eyes light up when analyzing the data, is on defense. His 8 outs above average place him in the 94th percentile of the league, and his arm strength is absolute elite, sitting in the 99th percentile. Imagine that arm defending the right or left field of Yankee Stadium, preventing extra runs and intimidating runners on the bases. If the Yankees used him as an outfielder, this would solve the outfield issue without the need to spend excessively on a new contract for Bellinger, who, despite having had an excellent 2025 season with us, is already 31 years old. Furthermore, there is the versatility. Tatis started as a shortstop. If we decided to use him in that position, we would have a luxury insurance policy for Anthony Volpe. Volpe struggled last season, due to a shoulder injury, and although we all root for his full recovery, having Tatis as an option offers unmatched security. If Volpe returns well in the summer, excellent. If not, we have an all-star level replacement ready to take over. However, we need to keep our feet on the ground and analyze the viability of this transaction with journalistic sobriety. The Padres organization seems reluctant to part with their star, Kevin Acee. A reporter covering the San Diego team cited an internal source who was categorical in stating that they are not trading Tatis. Additionally, his contract runs until the year 2034, which represents a very long-term financial commitment. The fan reaction has been mixed, with many skeptics that this is anything more than just off-season smoke. Some fans on social media classified K's comments as clickbait, ironically suggesting that the Padres should try to trade for our captain, Aaron Judge. Others, tired of the annual speculations that do not materialize, dismiss the idea completely. But in baseball, where there is smoke, there is often, at the very least, an attempt to light the fire. It is up to us to monitor every move, because bringing a player of this caliber would be a declaration of war to the rest of the league, reaffirming that the goal of the Yankees is, and always will be, the World Series title. The speculation surrounding Fernando Tatis Jr. reflects the eternal dilemma of the Yankees, the search for balance between financial responsibility and the undeniable need to acquire superstars who decide championships. While the Padres' official stance is one of denial, Michael K's suggestion illuminates a real need for offensive impact and elite defensive versatility on our roster. The strategic question for you bleacher creatures is it worth sacrificing the future of our farm system and taking on a massive contract until the next decade to secure a generational talent now? Or should we trust in Volpe's recovery and pursue shorter-term market options like Bellinger? I want to hear your take in the comments below. Is this the move that brings us number 28? Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you don't miss any exclusive updates on the Bronx Bombers. Let's go on this journey to October together.